better something than nothing. Deleted Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I kept realizing I wasted so much time on these apps every day. It affected my sleep and working habits, just pointlessly scrolling through dumb shit to cure my anxiety temporarily, or hold off getting any work done, addressing issues that need my attention, but somehow I still didn't stop. I tried to limit myself, but just kept going back. Until today, when the outage occurred and I didn't have access to Insta and Facebook, I actually got shit done and spent way less time on my phone. When the apps were back up, obviously, I continued binging, and then it hit me. Well, if you clearly notice that those apps and or also certain habits that you might be having, that they do not serve you in any way, of course, there are multiple ways in which things can be contributing to your life as well. If you realize that none of this is the case, stop doing it. Stop doing this habit, stop having this habit, abandon this habit because it is not serving you. It is useless. Stop caring about it. It's not good for you. There's no way why you should be keeping it if you clearly see that it is not doing you good. And if you also feel bad by doing so and having it around, it doesn't make any sense. But I understand and know that this is just how human beings are. We just do things and make things and whatnot, and everything in the end is actually quite shitty. But yeah, it is what it is. It really is what it is. But also, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. I do actually have certain issues with Photoshop at the time. For whatever reason, I actually do not really know why it is the case. I can't even apply a LUT or LUT, whatever it is fucking called. So I don't know. I think that I'm gonna have to just do it manually, even if I just really dislike it. And also, I can't just add any camera raw filters and whatnot. But I'm just gonna edit this photo really quickly because let's get rid of this. Because, well, I just, have to do it, and I wanna do it now. As dumb as it may sound. Do I like this look? Yes, I certainly do like this look. But I don't like the fact that there is quite nothing in the background, like it is just white. Don't really think that this is great. I could actually make it a bit bigger, so that it is a little tiny bit more sensible, in my point of view, because you can still see quite everything that you need to be seeing, and well, it is fine, it is good. So, I kind of feel like that it is a bit too much, and I also kind of feel like that I should, I'd actually really like to change shadows here, increase the shadows. But since I'm not able to use Camera Raw, it is not that easy, at least not for me, somebody that is not really used to and knowledgeable in, photo editing manually and stuff. But anyway, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good. So what is this one again? Black point. This is black. What is that one? Gray point. Something more like this. I actually quite like it. But I still do not really appreciate the fact that, let's increase this actually a bit. 80. Didn't change that much, but still. But couldn't I, just that it is, that I can at least see certain things, it's not just useless. But yeah, how should I do it in the best way now? There are multiple ways in which I could now be doing that, the thing that I want to do. But I could also leave it like this. Kind of is also interesting, even though I do not clearly understand why there is just like nothing here, because I assumed that there was something. But still, something that I've noticed, so that you actually also get something out of this episode, reducing highlights, increasing contrast, reducing, also increasing shadows, reducing well, yeah, that's quite it, and to the black point a bit up, increasing it a bit, makes quite everything photo a bit nicer. A bit of sharpening. This also makes this fucked up webcam somewhat of a good thing, some sharpening, some clarity added to it so that it is not that shitty. It's actually, quite nice, quite okay. I don't wanna call it nice, but let's export this one. It is gonna be fine. It's gonna be good. So let's actually head back to the original thing. Someone recently posted that the book The Practicing Stoic is good, and then I read it. Just wanted to tell the people who haven't read the book until now that the book is really well structured and was very useful for me as I had many misconceptions about Stoicism in the past, which apparently just kind of go away with reading this book. And I have today realized that, I've quite never been such a big fan of reading books. I always thought that, and still think that it is just a medium. It's just a way to get information. It's not the ultimate way of just being smart. There are so many things that you can get from the internet. There's also books you can get from the internet. But guess what? They're not printed. Guess what? They're not fucking physical. Does this make the information they're providing any worse? No. Fucking no. It's still the same fucking information. But anyway, read books if you want to, and if you do not, any way. Proof a magic genie has appeared. What do you wish for? Today I learned, according to a 2011 study, Spongebob is messing with the memory retention of children, impairing their readiness for learning. Findings show that allowing preschoolers to watch the series caused short-term disruptions in mental function and attention span due to frequent camera cutscenes. But is this the only thing? Well, is this just what Spongebob does? Isn't it just what quite every fucking series does? I'm not quite sure, just a question, just something that I'm having on my mind. But I would argue, if it is indeed about frequent camera cutscenes, which I don't actually know what this means, I would actually have to read this article. Isn't this what every fucking series has? Cutscenes. Cuts. Anyway. Frequent camera cutscenes. I would actually like to check out this article, but I don't really think that there's a lot of value in there. Anyway. I know how to fix my life, and I'm holding myself accountable today. It is easy. I have this plan that I made. It is actually really realistic. It includes a lot of time away from the phone so I can finish what I want. I also need to work out and start a diet because I'm in a bad place. I have to work on my professional life too so I can get better jobs. It all can be done. You see, I am 20. After time, I also have the energy, but every day is a battle. Every day I wake up and choose the wrong choices, and every day I stay further from my goals, but today is the end. I am posting this to hold myself accountable from now till I'm 21. 6 months from now, I will finish my 6-month plan, and I will post an update about it. I got this. We got this. Well, something that I really like and I would suggest people do. I suggest people doing things gradually. Not starting like, okay, I'm gonna fix my whole entire life in 1 second. No. The likelihood of this being the case and you being able to pull that off is actually pretty minor. It's not that of a big chance. Since, if it was very easy, you probably would have done it already. So gradually doing things, gradually working yourself, and gradually just trying to get better at whatever it may be about is, I think, a very, very good idea. Yes. What is the smallest amount of power you've seen someone drunk on? I quit OnlyFans because it was harming me, my relationship, and my subscribers. Hello? Although I did detail my journey/decision in another subreddit, I thought I could help here as well, especially for those who are considering starting sex work with or quitting OnlyFans or another content creation site. This is just my experience, and it is not a judgment on sex work or sex workers in general. I'm sure many others have had great experiences with the work, and yes, sex work works. Oh, I'm sorry, sex work is work, but I'm also actually quite sure that it works as well. There's actually one of these things that always worked and will always work. Anyway, I am a woman in my 40s, and nobody should say now, you can't do it past, 20 or some shit. You can, apparently. And had reasonable success with OnlyFans over the past 6 months, especially considering I don't show my face. At first, I enjoyed expressing myself sexually and connecting with my subscribers, but I needed to quit for the following reason. Let's see. My boundaries kept getting pushed and I became exhausted. People will always want more, no matter what you provide. Some will be upset and treat you poorly if you decline their request. You will face harassment. It is challenging not to let it get to you. Well, it is, quite the case. I can indeed assume that it isn't easy to deal with that. On the other hand, well, I don't want to say like it, this is quite sure that this is happening, considering the people that are, taking advantage of these services or use those services. But, well, it kind of is the case, isn't it? Well, I lost my sex drive, turning this fun, expressive element of my life into work based on the needs of others rather than myself was harmful to me and my connection with my partner, who supported me / captured content with me throughout this journey. I went from having a very high libido to having none and feeling disconnected from my body and unlike myself. I've never experienced this before. I was attached to my phone not only with creating and posting content and interacting with subscribers, but the incredible amount of social media promotion that needs to be done to keep my potential subscribers interested. This takes a toll in time, some days 8 to 12 hours. Which doesn't have to be consecutive, but throughout the day. And I think it is very demanding to kind of never ever know when work stops, unless you, decide for yourself. But sometimes this is actually pretty difficult to decide, You just, want to provide, you want to be good, you want to just, have the clients, you want to, whatever it might be about. Like, sometimes it is just really difficult to, have breaks and give yourself breaks and give yourself dedicated work hours, which really is important, as I have noticed as well. Much time with my partner, friends and family, which was impacting my life when I worked out the time for income. I was making minimum wage off. It honestly made me understand the issues with all social media, and I have also stepped away from my personal accounts, which is not a bad thing. Time is such a valuable and finite resource we can't squander it. Another major reason for leaving is seeing how it was impacting my subscribers. Many would want to purchase customs or need to take a break from my page momentarily because they needed to pay for food, rent, clothing for kids. Although I did produce quality content and never scammed anyone, I did not feel that content is a priority. Content is a priority. I would be urging my subscribers to take care of those priority things in their life rather than giving me their money. I started to feel like a shit human for taking their money. Well, there's actually a bit more to it, but I see time moving. I think it was actually a really great decision, although seeing that it works and seeing that it is probably quite good paying job, deciding that it is not the right thing for you and deciding that it just also doesn't feel right to do that. I think this is just amazing, and I think this can really be inspiring for quite a lot here. So with that being said, I'm going to see you the next time. Bye bye.